sell Bhagavad Gitas, this is the shloka we use always. Evam parampara praptam. If you're selling a Bhagavad Gita, you know, you open the Bhagavad Gita on a page 32, it used to be.
What, Prabhu, page 32?
No, it used to be something like that, page 32 something. We used to open, you know, when you're selling a Gita, just show this line. Evam parampara praptam vamaraja. So that whatever number, you know, editions keep changing. That number keeps. I used to show that number, and immediately the people used to get convinced to buy the Gita. They show it's original parampara, Krishna, Brahma, Madhva, Narada, Vedavyasa, like that. Okay, so this shloka is very important. Evam parampara praptam. It is spiritual knowledge, and spiritual knowledge comes down in the parampara. Evam rajashaya vidu. You know, there are great saintly kings he understood in that way. But Krishna is saying, unfortunately, by the influence of time, the knowledge is lost. Okay? Okay, you are online? You can hear? Okay. We are hearing on the phone. Okay, you are coming also. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, sir.
Oh, you are inside also.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Done. You came back. It worked finally.
Yes, sir. वो network आ गया sir.
हाँ बोलो क्या बोलना चाह रहे थे?
Yes, sir, sir. वो sir कुछ नहीं सुनाई दिया sir मेरे side
Not
से.
one word. Not one word.
Okay, sir. So this confidential knowledge of Bhagavad Gita was received in such disciplic succession. Lord Krishna said it to Sun God, Vivaswan. Vivaswan said it to Manu, and Manu said it to Ikshvaku. Summarizes Eva Parampara Praptam. In such disciplic succession, the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita was received. Sakale Neha Mahato Yoga Nasha Parantapa. This yoga, the Bhagavad Gita is also called yoga because it is got karma yoga, jnana yoga, bhakti yoga. So Bhagavad Gita is also called yoga. The instruction coming down by disciplic succession is lost. Now note this point, why it is lost. Do you think there was no learned man at that time during Krishna's time? There were many learned sages, not one, two, but many learned sages. But still Lord Krishna said that it is lost. How is it lost? Because scholars, they can interpret in their own way about Bhagavad Gita, but that is not Bhagavad Gita. Every student of Bhagavad Gita must notice that Bhagavad Gita commented by a person, he may be very scholar in the material sense, but scholarship will not help him to comment on the Bhagavad Gita. To understand Bhagavad Gita, we have to accept the disciplic succession principle as Lord Krishna says it to Arjuna.
Okay. Anything more? Yes. Okay.
No,
So that's the point. Okay. So the reason is Guru Parampara. There may be many scholar people, but not taking it in a proper way. Yes. Again, another point is that Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna. So that makes it so nice because anybody can understand that. Arjuna was a family man, an administrator, a Kshatriya. Even he can understand Bhagavad Gita. And Bhagavad Gita was spoken to a devotee. And so, main qualification is that we have to be a devotee, not a sannyasi, grahastha, these are extra. It clearly stated Gita was, who will read the Prerna Mataji, can you read the purport?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah.
It is clearly stated that.
Yeah, please. Yeah,
it is clearly stated.
Please speak. Please speak.
It is clearly stated that the Gita was especially meant for the saintly kings because they were to execute its purpose in ruling over the citizens. Certainly, Bhagavad Gita was never meant for the demonic persons who would dissipate its value for no one's benefit and would devise all types of interpretations according to personal whims. As soon as the original purpose was scattered by the motives of unscrupulous commentators, there arose a need to re-establish the disciplic succession. 5,000 years ago, it was detected by the Lord himself that the disciplic succession was broken, and therefore he declared that the purpose of the Gita appeared to be lost. In the same way, at the present moment also, there are many editions of Gita, especially in English, but almost all of them are not according to authorized disciplic succession. There are innumerable interpretations rendered by different mundane scholars, but almost all of them do not accept the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna, although they make good business on the words of Sri Krishna. This spirit is demonic because demons do not believe in God, but simply enjoy the property of the Supreme. Since there is a great need of an edition of the Gita in English, as it is received by the Parampara, that is, disciplic succession system, an attempt is made herewith to fulfill this great want. Bhagavad Gita, accepted as it is a great boon to humanity. But if it is accepted as a treatise of philosophical speculations, it is simply a
Waste of time.
waste of time.
You can hear the conch blowing in the background.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I hope it will not be very disturbing. Ardi, I can't stop. We are a bit late. Okay, sorry. I was outside when program started. I just landed up. Then I put everybody mute, took a bath, got ready. Okay, it is clearly stated Gita was meant for saintly kings, execute its purpose. You know, creation has a purpose. Just like when you buy a computer, you get a manual along. So there is a Gita is like a manual for this creation. How to use this word? What should I do it in this world? And go back to Krishna's word. So execute its purpose. And that is needed. It's not creation created by accident for no purpose. It is this purpose. But mistake is that people are not taking direct meaning. They're taking interpretation according to personal meaning. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was talking to son of Bhattacharya, what happened? The son of Bhattacharya made so many meanings. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, why? You know, he gave the Vedanta explanation, Shankara explanation, impersonal explanation of the Vedanta. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, why you are doing this? I have to make Rohan Anand silent. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, why you are doing this? Correct? The reason being, the sun doesn't need a torch. Sun is self-effulgent. So Gita is self-effulgent. There is no need of interpretation. But somehow people like to do interpretation. What can be done? So Krishna felt the need to re-establish it. There were many scholars, but original meaning of Gita was lost. So Krishna wanted to re-establish the discrete succession. And 5,000 years ago, Krishna detected the Lord himself, the discrete succession was broken. Just like, you know, you tell something to one boy, he tells to another boy, and finally after 10 people you hear the message is gone. Correct? It happens. Everybody adds up so many things, finally everything is gone. In the same way, Krishna felt that his own message, which was given to Sun God and coming down, is lost now. So Krishna wanted to again start. So Prabhupada is saying, today I find the same situation. Senapati or Lord Chaitanya, he says, same situation. All of them are not according to the authorized discrete succession. Almost all of them do not accept the Supreme Personality Godhead Krishna. And Prabhupada says, by result, you see, particularly in the Western world, so many Gitas are distributed. Not one person became a devotee of Krishna. Not one person. And even in India, Prabhupada roamed around everywhere, asked so many people, please help me, we will spread message of Gita. Nobody came forward. That means they never understood Gita. If somebody has understood Bhagavad Gita, first thing he will do is to come forward to spread the message of Gita. That is nobody understood. They were all superficial devotees. And Prabhupada says that this spirit is demonic, just like Ravana. We want to use Krishna's property, but at the same time we have no desire to serve Krishna. Correct? They make good business of the words of Sri Krishna. They don't believe in God, but they want property of God. Correct? They make Gita. Hare Baba, why don't you write your book? Why say Bhagavad Gita? You say Rohan Gita. Correct? You can say no Rohan Gita. But what is the use of that book, you know? So people write Bhagavad Gita, but inside they put their own message. It's not fair. It's not fair. Okay, so there is a great India edition in English. The Prabhupada says, I'm making a humble attempt. Okay, and Prabhupada says, if Bhagavad Gita is taken as it is originally, it's a great boon to the humanity. And that's a proper Bhagavad Gita as it is a boon. Millions of people have become devotees just by reading it. And it is accepted treatise in philosophical speculation. If it is just pure philosophy, Prabhupada, it's not an armchair book. If you just philosophically speculation into, probably it's a waste of time. Who knows the next shloka? Rohan, you know the next shloka? Hare Krishna, Rohan. Mataji, you know the next shloka?
No, Prabhu, I barely managed to memorize the first one in office.
Okay, I will go to the next shloka.
Rohan is again not there?
Poor boy is struggling. Nice boy, innocent like a child, struggling. Sa evayam maya tedya yoga prokta puratanaha. Then bhakto asime sakha cheti rahasya hi etaduttamam. That very ancient science of the relationship with the Supreme is today told by me to you, because you are my devotee as well as my friend, and can therefore understand the transcendental mystery of this science. Okay? Krishna is saying that very ancient science. I'm telling you. Why I'm telling you? Bhakto asime sakha cheti. Krishna keeps quoting the third line. Bhakto asime sakha cheti. If you want to receive Gita, you should be a devotee of Krishna. Otherwise, Krishna, you cannot understand Bhagavad Gita. Yes, Mataji, you can read the purport.
Yes, Prabhu. Commentation by the devotees is real, whereas that of the demons is useless. Arjuna accepts Sri Krishna as the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and any commentary on the Gita following in the footsteps of Arjuna is real devotional service to the cause of this great science. The demonic, however, concoct something about Krishna and mislead the public and the general readers from the path of Krishna's instructions. One should try to follow the disciplic succession from Arjuna and thus be benefited.
So Prabhupada has a short purport but a lot of meaning here. Prabhupada says we should not mislead the public from the path of Krishna's instruction like demons. Okay, and following the footsteps of Arjuna. Arjuna is the first student of Bhagavad Gita. And Arjuna, what he understood in Bhagavad Gita, but it is there in Gita. Correct? You have seen what Arjuna is trying to say, it is there in Bhagavad Gita. Many times it is presented. Many times it is presented. Whatever Arjuna has understood in Bhagavad Gita keeps coming. So Arjuna being the first student, when Arjuna understood wrong, like now Arjuna is going to ask a question. Because Krishna said, I spoke this message to Sun God. Now Arjuna will ask a question. Krishna, how is it possible? How is it possible to talk to Sun God? Because you are my contemporary. And Krishna explains. And in the beginning of the Bhagavad Gita also, Arjuna asks the question, why I should fight? And Krishna explains. So what Arjuna has understood is there within Bhagavad Gita. If you're following in the footsteps, you'll get everything right. Because so that is the message here. Bhakto asime sakha cheti. If you really want to become a devotee of Krishna, you should hear very in a mood of a devotee. Therefore, to just like some people say, I want to chant Hare Krishna nicely. You cannot just chant. You should have taste. And to have taste for chanting, you have to serve the devotee. You have to serve the Lord. You have to serve the holy dhams. You have to serve prasadam. Then you get taste. Similarly, similar way, unless you take a mood of a devotee, we cannot understand Bhagavad Gita. Prabhupada says in the Bhagavad Gita preface, it's a great mystery. Bhagavad Gita cannot be understood unless you are a devotee. That's all. Anything you want to add, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhu. I hear a lot of people telling that every time they read Bhagavad Gita, they get different interpretations. So I was wondering, how can it be different interpretations? It would be different realizations, no?
Right. You see what happens? I always, as a preacher, I learned one thing, that they always follow the example of Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada always kept his teaching simple. You see, any of his lectures, you see, very simple. But what makes it that Prabhupada spoke and millions of people surrendered, he was speaking with complete realization. You know, Prabhupada was not speaking, theoretically. He's speaking with realization. If you're preaching, speak very basic. You're not body. Actually, I've always seen, when I'm in good consciousness, I give a very simple class. It touches everything. But when I conscious disturb, I try to speak big words, quote some shlokas here, there, but there is nothing coming from the heart. So we should always, following the footsteps of Arjuna, or footsteps of Srila Prabhupada, keep the teaching very simple. Because people in Kali Yuga are very disturbed. If you throw big jargon, they get poor fellows get confused. They're very disturbed. Give them very basic, like a small child, tell them very basic. 2 plus 8, understood, it is 8, like that people are. And the very reason Prabhupada was successful was that he gave message very simple, but with powerful realization. You see Prabhupada lecture, Bhagavad Gita is boom, every word you can see the way he's stressing, his force is so heavy from behind. But it's always good to keep message very simple. Yeah, what you had a question? Sorry, I'm off track.
Me, Prabhu?
You said no something.
Yeah. I mean, I just said that I heard people telling that every time they read Bhagavad.
Yeah. See, actually, when you keep reading Bhagavad Gita, the realization becomes higher. What does not change is that, you're okay, different interpretation. You're correct. You cannot have two interpretations. Same as it is meaning, but you feel it deeper. Yes, Krishna is really beautiful. Next time you read, Krishna is so beautiful. Next time you read, Krishna is so beautiful. Not only should be how things can change. No new interpretation. In fact, somebody asked Srila Prabhupada, can you give a new interpretation? So Prabhupada said, I am not so intelligent. I am not so intelligent. What Krishna spoke millions of years ago, what Brahma understood, or what Sun God understood, what Arjuna understood, same thing I can repeat. I am not so intelligent. Always we take that humble attitude. We have no power to create a new message. We are so humble, we are so small.
And Prabhu, in Goloka, every one of us has a spiritual body and spiritual name.
You want to know that name now?
Yeah, I was wondering actually. Like I read somewhere Prabhupada saying that all of us are actually sleeping there, and then once we wake up, once we close our eyes here, we would open our eyes there, and everything is like a dream.
It's a very big discussion. Anyways, the point is this: that spiritual world is just a split second, not even a split second, because Brahma's whole life is one breathing of Mahavishnu. Correct? You know this, no?
Yeah.
It's not even a movement. Actually, we just got a bad thought. You will get just had a bad thought. My God, what all I went through, tortured at Yamudutta so many times, and suffering in this world, so many teachers harassing us, so much tamasha. So therefore, last time we read, no, Mamo Petya Punarjanma. If you go back to Krishna, you'll not come back again. So true, that is a big discussion. What happened? Have you left the spiritual world? Are you still in the spiritual world, but just having a small bad nap? It's a big story. Let us not get into that because it is a multi-dimensional spiritual world, and material world is 3 dimensions. So with the present brain, we are not able to understand. Correct? Our senses today can show us things in 3 dimensions, and our small brain that we have can also not understand much. Like it is said, when the soul leaves the body, in a moment it is inside the spiritual world. In a moment. Even though by any light years and all, it will take years and years. Correct? So when Prabhupada was asked this question, he said, see, presently you are drowning in the ocean. So you kindly take shelter of a devotee and come out. Once you come out, then you try to understand how, when you fell down, how you fell down, where are you. Correct. Our urgency now is to how to go back to Krishna's lotus feet. Not that these details, because they are very difficult to comprehend. I have many devotees have spent years and years of discussion. Have we fallen down? How can a soul fall down when it is Krishna? It goes on. No need to waste our time on this. Our focus is that I am drowning in the ocean and somebody comes with the boat, please, I'll help you. Wait a minute. First, I want to know how I felt. You say you're mad or not. Please come out.
Yeah.
So this Prabhupada, this is called Siddha. Siddha. Siddha means Jivan Mukta. So our Siddha Swarupa, our original form is called Siddha Swarupa. That will naturally manifest as you advance the spiritual life. Your whatever relation, friendship or parenthood or Krishna's, mother or Krishna's who fights with Krishna every day, it all come out later. Prabhupada says it will naturally come. You just continue with the process I have given.
Yes,
there are some people who go to Vrindavan and they're enough Babaji is cheating them. Please come, please come. What? I will tell you what is the original home. And people go and sit down, please. Just like people go to, Jyotisha, show their hand. And so let us not focus. A great Acharya, Senapati, that's like in Christianity they had, Jesus will come, Jesus will come. They already had those signs when he came, correct, no? You say he came as Jesus, some messenger was supposed to come. And Muslims say, no, he came as Muhammad. Correct, no? That is their common line.
Yes, sir.
And Jews say still not come. So, hey, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, my Senapati will come. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, he's going to come. He's going to move unrestricted all around the world, spread. So, we have to know what kind of authority Srila Prabhupada is saying when he's saying that. Just follow the process I have given, don't worry. So, just follow the process, don't worry. We are all dependent on Srila Prabhupada. He will take us to the lotus feet. He will only introduce us. But don't make the introduction embarrassing. Prabhupada says, who is this devotee, Krishna Vila? Yeah, he's a nice devotee, but he chants only one round. Krishna will say, what? You are embarrassing me. What kind of... Prabhupada will only take, but let us not create an embarrassment.
Yes, Prabhu.
In fact, Prabhupada wrote a letter to the disciples. I am not flattering you. If you chant 16 rounds, you will go back to God. Senapati Lord Chaitanya giving such a letter is a very big step. In fact, in Prabhupada time, there was no doubt. If a letter from Prabhupada, they used to read it as a Senapati or Lord. A confidential associate from Lord Krishna. So every letter, every word is there. Because Krishna, just like Brahma gave promises to Hiranyakashipu, correct? And Krishna honored all of them. Correct? That's why Krishna came in that form of half man, half lion. True. The same day, he will honor all the promises of Srila Prabhupada. We should have that faith. And that itself is a challenge. To chant 16 rounds and follow 4 regular principles, daily get a Mangalarti, nicely chant. This itself is a challenge.
Yeah, Prabhu, that's what I left you a message this afternoon. I'm not sure whether you read it.
I read Rudraksha.
Yeah.
Don't worry. We chant nicely all these things. We wear Tulsi. We can wear. See, when you go to Krishna.
It's Bangalore weather actually. When I was in
No, you read the 8th chapter, read the last shloka. Okay? It says in the 8th chapter that whatever benefit you get from anything else, it is included within Krishna consciousness. It is included within Krishna consciousness. We are not doing Ashtanga Yoga, correct? That is included. You're chanting Hare Krishna, that benefit also will come to you. Don't worry. We are not doing jnana. We are not running for money. At the same time, you're spending 1 hour. You could have done something to make money. Doesn't matter. That also will give it to you. Everything else you could have done in this time. That benefit is included within your spending. That is Krishna's kindness. You got it, no? If you have missed something, you could have worked 1 hour. Somebody would have given you some money. No, don't worry. Krishna will give you. You will never be a loser when you're serving Krishna. You'll never be.
Yes,
because Rudraksha is okay, but I'm just saying, if you have Tulsi, that is the highest. It is included the benefit.
I think Rohan joined.
Oh, we'll just say bye to them.
Yeah. Actually, video chat, how much of data usage does it eat up?
For me, nothing. I have 50 GB. Okay. I have a broadband connection. You can take Airtel broadband, 50 GB. Now the Google is landing publicity. I have 50 GB for $1,000. It's a very good deal, very good deal. Because I keep uploading my videos also, my classes. These boys, what do you have?
BSNL.
Yeah, how much GB? Unlimited.
I think it's yeah.
Unlimited, 800, 900 rupees unlimited.
Yes.
ठीक है माता जी. We end now.
Okay, bro.
Clear.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Tomorrow is 4.9.
I'll put up. I'll message.
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.